Okie doke. Right then, here we are, boys and girls. It has been weeks, months since we last did a proper stream. And with all the new PS5 titles coming out, it seemed like now was as good a time as any to get back into the streaming gig. Had a bit of a career break, if you like, from all the streaming, what with the arrival of my little baby boy George. So we've been very, very busy the past couple of months. Not really had much time for streaming, to be honest. So trying to get back into the gig, get back on the horse, as it were, and get on with some live streaming. As I say, I've got a fantastic time to start the streaming now. We're going to have loads of new content for you all over the next few weeks. We've got, you can see from the screen, we've got a few new titles already installed. We've got Cyberpunk 2077, which we'll be playing at some point, maybe not today, but at some point over the next few weeks, which is fantastic news. We've been waiting for that game for a couple of years now. Finally, we've got the full PS5 Next Gen edition working. I have played the first hour of it, completely bug free from what I've experienced in that first hour. Obviously that doesn't speak for the rest of the game, but so far, hour in, it's been really good, looks fantastic, really keen to play some more of that. Unfortunately, as excited as we were about playing Cyberpunk 2077 on PS5, a few other titles have dropped over the last fortnight. We've had Dying Light 2 Stay Human, which I'll be sharing with you. I'm currently running 2 campaigns on that, so I'm doing a solo campaign and also a campaign 3-player with a couple of friends as well. Unfortunately with that, the host takes the career campaign progress, so I'm actually having to play the game twice, which is a little bit of a pain, but want to get the game done on my own time and also want to enjoy it with other people. So we're playing a bit of Dying Light 2 and we'll bring you some of that in some subsequent streams as well. Last week, of course, Friday, we had the anticipated release of Horizon Forbidden West, sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn on PS4, which was an unreal game. Probably one of the best games, probably my top 3 or 4 on the PS4 console was Zero Dawn. And Forbidden West, we are probably about a dozen hours into it. It's 30 hours to platinum it. Knowing me, bit of a completionist, I'll probably do loads of different side quests, so there's plenty of footage and plenty of opportunity to share on a stream. So we'll also look at Horizon Forbidden West again, not on this stream, potentially later on today maybe. But today is all about the launch of Elden Ring, which was released today. Pleased to say that my order from Simply Games pre-order arrived on time, delivered by Royal Mail, so it was a surprise that it came at all. But yeah, arrived on time. That's the second title in as many weeks from Simply Games that has arrived bang on time. I'd never used them before, but they delivered us Horizon Forbidden West last Friday and Elden Ring today. As I say, on time, brilliant service, really good prices. I only paid $46.85 for the launch edition of Elden Ring, which is a competitive price, although I have seen you can get it from Amazon for 45 quid at the minute, including free delivery. But what do you get with the launch edition? So let's just take a quick look before we crack into this, itching to see what this is like. It's been absolutely on fire in the reviews, 10 out of 10s across the board, literally everywhere. I think it's got like a 97% Metacritic rating at the moment, which is unbelievable, it's unheard of. And someone was telling me that it's the highest Metacritic scored game of all time so far, and there's been lots of people throwing around terms like this is the greatest game of all time, it's unbelievable, it's a must play. So I'm really keen to play it. The only game that I've played from Software who developed Elden Ring, the only game of theirs that I've played previously is Bloodborne. I probably got about halfway through that, and it was around the time I think I was playing that other things were coming out for PS4 and I was starting to look towards the PS5 coming out. So I didn't finish Bloodborne. I've still got that to play, to be fair. The other one that they've done already for PS5 is Demon Souls, which we've got, but we haven't installed yet. I haven't actually played that. So they do all the Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, that kind of thing. So survival, action, horror, RPG type things. From Software are known for having brutally difficult games. I believe from what I've read in reviews that this one's a little bit more forgiving. But let's take a look and see what we get in the launch pack, and then we'll dip straight into the game. So we got the launch edition, $46.85 on Simply Games. As I say, you can get it for 45 quid now on Amazon. We get the game, obviously, I've got the physical copies. I'm not quite a download whore yet. You get a little Elden Ring's envelope there, which contains a few bits and pieces. So just have a quick look into that. You get what looks like 3 kind of coaster-sized window stickers, if that's your thing. You get 3, what I think are postcards of some description. So they're like kind of scenes from the game, that kind of thing. You get 3 of those, all very pretty. Look really cool. Actually, looking forward to getting involved in some of those locations. And you also get, I won't unfold it, but you also get an Elden Ring poster, which I don't know, if you're a virgin, you might want that on your wall. In addition to that, actually, when I was opening the game box to install it, you also get an Elden Ring patch. And what I mean by patch, it's more like an iron-on t-shirt transfer. So I'll just share that with you. There you go, you get that as well. So yeah, if you don't want people to walk next to you in the street, you would never want to see a pair of boobs again in your life, iron that onto your t-shirt, and away you go. We've got some DLC codes as well. So there's one in the box, which is you can go to BandaiNamco.com or wherever it is, and you can download some free stuff from there. I think that's mainly digital wallpapers for your Windows machine, and also wallpapers and animated themes for your PlayStation. Not that fussed for any of that jazz, to be honest. So I won't be doing that. And then, in addition to that, there was also a DLC code for launch edition, which gives you. What did it give you? There's 2 things. One of them was a gesture, like a limited edition gesture, like hand wave that your character can do in game. But to be honest, I believe that is something that can be obtained in the game anyway without that DLC. So yeah, just some cool postcards and stuff that normally these companies would charge you another 10 or 15 quid for. You get free in the launch edition. So yeah, pretty decent. Right, let's get stuck into it. So limited experience with From Software games. As I say, I've only played Bloodborne. I've got Demon Souls, not played it. But let's fire this puppy up and see how she rode. I'm expecting this to be brutally difficult. You should see a decent picture on this, but unfortunately I'm playing this on a monitor, which isn't 4K, it's not HDR. Lightning frame rate, so you'll get a nice smooth experience with what you see online. But my visuals aren't incredible, to be honest. I'm probably going to take this at some point into another room where I've got a 4K TV, and it'll look significantly better. But here we are in the lab, or the arcade as it were, streaming to you lovely people. So no idea what any of this says. Probably just signed up to fight for Russia. We're all going to be fighting anyway at some point, aren't we? Right, let's crack on then. So we're logging on to the Elden Ring game server. We've already installed all this. So you can play multiplayer on this, which is going to be great fun, I'm sure. Up to 4 players in the session at once. I think you have to use some resources that are quite readily available in the game. You build something and you use that something to call on players to come and help you. This is just obviously some spiel about being nice to people online. Alright, we've got some installation going on, but the game is ready to play, so we should be able to start playing without multiplayer, which is fine. I don't intend on calling for backup straight away, so let's just crack on. Let's go for a new game. So we've got auto lock on, auto target on. Who knows whether that's a good or a bad thing. Vibrate, yeah, who doesn't like vibrating? Motion sensor, absolutely. Prioritize frame rate or quality. Well, given that we're on this screen, we're going to prioritize frame rate over quality. It shouldn't affect you guys at your end too badly. Normally, I do tend to favour on single player campaign games like this. I do tend to favour resolution over frame rate, just because I'm a bit of a graphics whore. But so right, adjust the brightness until the image on the right is barely visible. Oh, that seems quite dark to me. We'll just go. Yeah, we'll stick with that. I'll do this. Don't do too dark. Need to be able to see what we're doing. Camera auto war. Right, yeah, whatever. No one knows. No one cares. Let's just play the game. Right. Okay. So we get to choose a character base. We can be a hero, warrior, or a vagabond. I have no idea why I just read that right to left. I'm not really sure of the pros and cons of either. So let's just take a quick look online. Let's just see what the what we've got going on. I probably ought to have this before, but we're going full cold turkey. So let's just take a quick Google at this. So, Elden Ring character creation. Let's have a quick look at techraptor.com and see what they say. So your aesthetics don't influence anything, which is fine. You can do what you like with that. Let's try and find something that makes sense. So which class is best for you? Let's take a look at this, then this might help us make some decisions. So we got Vagabonds. The Vagabond is probably the most well-rounded starting class, the most friendly for newcomers. Well-rounded base and flexible enough to adapt to whatever playstyle you decide to go with. With high endurance, you'll be able to tank a few hits early on while we figure things out. And we can dual wield swords sometimes, and we can also use swords and shield. The downside to the Vagabond apparently is that it's mainly physical weapons, so you won't be really using a ton of magic. So, bit of a tank, not so much magic. The warrior is a bit misleading. I would have thought actually that the Vagabond description there was for the warrior, but actually it is not. We start with higher dexterity if we're a warrior, and the class is more focused on dual wielding. Dual wielding? No, it's not a gardening simulator. Dual wielding. The warrior starts off with higher dexterity, a requirement for many single-handed weapons. Like the Vagabond, there's room for flexibility here with the choice of weapon, but again you're sacrificing magic. Hero. Right, a hero. The hero is meant as the pure melee-focused class. Okay, it's the lowest level of physical-based classes, which means you're at a bit of a disadvantage in the early game. But you start with a battle axe and a larger shield. The low starting dexterity may mean you're locked out of a good variety of weapons, as many one-handers have a higher dexterity requirement, but it's easy enough to raise in the early levels. Warrior? I'd kind of like to do some stuff with some magic. Warrior. With single-handed weapons and dual wielding. Or sacrificing magic. It sounds like hero is all magic and whatnot, but quite a difficult start. But as we're not familiar with this game, really, I think I might start with warrior. What is the difference between warrior? Yeah, stuff it. Let's just go warrior. Right. Please choose a body type. Alright, okay. Type B. So it's right. Chick or dick. Right, we'll go with A. Name. Ooh. We need a name for our geese. Alright. Let's go with Reflex, if it'll let me fit this, Reflex Scalibur. Because it sounds... Ah, let's just stick with the name, man. We've got a name, we've got a brand here, we've got a brand, let's just go with that. The Reflex. Let's stick with that. Body type A, we've decided we're going to go with Gadge. Age... I'm going to go with mature, being in my 30s. Origin, warrior, we've decided that. Keepsake. Master's been well and truly left behind. Alright, we can start with a keepsake. I don't know why you would start with none. Unless you're an animal. So we can start with this, but it gives us extra hit points. Sounds like we might need that in a game like this. Gain extra runes. Flasks, no idea what they are yet. Spirits, eh. Okay, so we've got more inventory for items that we can throw. Boiled prawn. Increased resistance. Tracked enemy aggression. You'd have to be a special kind of mental to choose that, I would imagine. Right, we've not played this before, so I don't really know what the best. If anyone's got any suggestions on what we should be starting with, let us know. Let's see what people are saying. Golden Sea, let's go with that. No idea what it is, but it sounds good. Let's have that. Choose base template. I don't really care. Can we not just have someone choose some stuff for us? Aristocrat? Nah. Loner. Quite the idea of a loner. Reedlander. Draconian. Ooh, big gaunt. Any Nightfolk? Neiman. Looks like Gibson. Let's go with, I'm going to be a loner. Detailed appearance, what do we have to do with this? Oh. Yeah, whatever. I'm assuming that's a woman. Misto. We'll go with mature voice one then, let's do that. Not that it really matters, does it? I mean, Christ, come on. I don't really care. I'm going to stick with this. Let's go with that. We'll look a bit of a dude. Start again with this character. What the hell not? Just aesthetics, isn't it? Let's crack on and see what's going on with this.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between.
So the lands between, I think, is the map where all this is based. This game got a bit of Lord of the Rings feel to it so far.
Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods,
Right, so I have no idea who any of these characters are. I'm hoping we'll learn as we go on.
shards.
I don't think this game's a follow-on to anything else they've done before, so I think we're all in the same boat when we start this.
The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading
It's a big old
to
fella.
abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion.
It's a bit niche.
The loathsome dung-eater. And Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing.
Spuggy, how's it going? Cheers, dude. A little EGX purchase this. Official merch. Probably not, but.
And one other, whom grace would again bless. renown. Cross the fog to the lands between, to stand before the Elden Ring.
I, for one, am hoping that the Elden Ring
And
isn't
become the
is a ring
Elden
and
Lord.
not a pensioner's a noose, but we'll time will tell. Oh, we've got a stance, the new ring. That's something we got for now. Oh, idea who that chap is, but he's yeah, we can move about. What does stuff do? Well, square appears to be scratching my back. I've no idea what I'm doing. X is jump. Circle is retreat or recede. Triangle. No, I don't know if I just summoned him or whether he just rocked up. R1 is a slash. R2 is a big slash. So R1 presumably is light attack. R2 heavy attack. L1 does attacks as well. This does L2. Right, okay, so there's different attacks, different light and heavy attacks. L3 doesn't seem to do anything. Sorry, L3 is crouch. L4 does not a lot. Touchpad, we've got a map menu, right, okay, yeah, whatever. And we can see obviously bugger all because we've just started. Let's just have a wander around and see what the crack is. Okay. Don't know what we just did there. Though the path be broken and uncertain, claim your place as Elden Lord. Right, so am I meant to pick that up? Tarnished, wizened finger. I think that might be what you use to call other people into multiplayer. Is Langan playing it as well, is he? Alright, I figured he might be. I was sat upstairs waiting for my my delivery, only to find that apparently it had been brought earlier and nobody in the house had told me. Read message, good luck. Got a message from someone. Alright, okay, so these must be like guest messages. So I've seen this before in games like Bloodborne, where you can leave messages for other players. So we can read that, we can close it, we can say it's a poor message or a good message. I don't know what that down is there. I thought it was D-pad down, but D-pad down seems to be doing nothing. So okay, so it's touching the so the down arrow is a bit misleading. It's touch the touchpad on the press the touchpad on the pad. So we'll do that. We'll applaud it. Thanks very much. All right, let's go. So we could have touched the bloodstain. Not sure why we do that. Maybe there's a reason for it. Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, we touched the bloodstain. Is that showing us? So I think a bloodstain might be somebody else's, another player's death. Maybe. So someone's run through here and jumps out there onto their death. Right, we're in the Chapel of Anticipation. There's some more bloodstains here. So let's just take a look. So I think these are, as I say, I think these are other players' deaths. Well, that one did absolutely nothing. I don't know what that gesture is. Alright, okay. These bloodstains don't seem to be doing anything. Right, we've got a message. Beautiful. Okay, there's going to be tons of useful messages, I'm sure. Let's crack on with it. Gorgeous view. Jesus wept. Right, do we just... I'm going to go... Let's do it. Let's jump. Let's see where we end up. We died. It's a good start. I did wonder when I saw that blood thing and I saw him walk straight off the edge and it was the puddle of blood. I did wonder whether it was a schoolboy error to dive off there. But let's right, R3's doing nothing. I'm assuming at some point we'll be able to run and do stuff. Okay, well, it looks like we can go down this way. I don't know if there's any fall damage. Ooh, door. I don't know if there's any fall damage on this wall. Door is blocked shut. Are we smashing this stuff up? No. What's around this corner? Okay, we've got a chest. Can we do anything with that? Right, so I don't know if we break up any of this stuff, whether or not there's ever anything to be found. I guess we'll learn that as we go through the game. I don't know what all these bloodstains are. Alright, okay. Yeah, they're definitely player deaths. Right, okay, so when we see a load of those on the floor, we can probably assume that people are dying. Let's skip and a jump down here. Right, no fall damage from that. There's some stairs there we could have taken. Didn't see those last time, did we? Behold ahead. Okay, that bodes well. Keep pushing L3 to sprint, which is then making my guy crouch, which is annoying. Another message, hidden path ahead. I think you're lying to me. So you can charge your attack, your heavy attacks. Can't charge your light, but if you hold R2, you can charge your heavy attacks. First off, good luck. In short, good fortune required ahead. R3 brings your camera back, so if you're mucking about, you can push R3 and it'll take the camera back to the rear of your player. That's cool. So we get on. I'm just time for Elden Ring. I'm reading these messages just in case some of them tell me anything useful, but in my experience, most of these messages on the From Software games are absolute nonsense. 5 fingers, butthole. Some of them are quite amusing. If only I had a warrior. Got one now. Right, let's stop pushing L3 to sprint. Right. Behold, dung. Visions of something incredible. A lot of messages getting dropped on this so far. Treasure chest ahead. Yeah, right, no, Jeff, not falling for that one, are we? So of course these messages that people leave can be helpful, can be funny, can be completely useless, but they can also trick you into looking for things that aren't there or going down routes that are perilous. I've seen that before on Bloodborne where I've lost a lot of time following some of these. So we've got... Are you ready? Right, okay, so I think we're going to get into some bother. Are you alright? Fine. Let's say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Right, so let's... someone's fallen off there. I don't want to miss anything really early on. Grafted Scion. Okay, then. First enemy. We're falling short of hitting him, so you've got to get quite in. So we've got a stamina bar at the top. I don't recall getting hit then, but. Oh, you mother. Yeah, we got. What is happening? Oh, he died. Hello? Loading icon. Alright, okay, so maybe it did kill us. I don't think it hit me a second time, but the first one was damaging enough. I didn't even see it swing a second time.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Okay, so I've just read a tip from a friend that says there's a character called Renna that we must, she's an NPC, and we must find her fairly early on in the game when we first get into the Lands Between, which is the open world map. So when we find her, we need to speak to her because she gives us the ability to call in spirits with health bars to fight alongside them, alongside us, which if we don't have, we will struggle with some of the later enemies. So really important, good spot that from Shart. So yeah, we need to make sure we find her. Thank you, Hope Bellingham of Games Radar, for that tip. Right, so we've got a flask of Crimson Tears, 3 of those, and a flask of Cerulean Tears. Not a clue what either of them do. We'll come to that in a minute. I did get sent a few tips actually, which I've not read. Actually, YouTube video. Nah. So I've got a video. If anyone's interested, drop me a message. I'll share it with you, or just Google it. But there's a video on IGN.com, which is 11 things to do first. Probably should have read that before we got started, to be honest. Whatever. Let's play it and see what happens. Right, okay. So we've got some stuff. I'm assuming that thing killed us. Like I said, I didn't see it having a second blow. We're stuck in some shithole cave, so let's have a look and see. Rays of Death. Cave of Knowledge is below, of course it is. First off, down. Oh, okay, fair enough. Looks like we do need to fall. Right, we can talk to this guy. That's some kind of spirit. Brave Tarnished to take the plunge of learning and remembrance. Recall the arts of war and your warrior's blood. Yeah, alright, I think he's in a roundabout way telling us to jump. Let's check out this bloodstain. Some of these bloodstains aren't working. So first things first, bloodstains are a bit hit and miss. Seek ladder. I rode ahead. First off, jumping off. Right, okay. I see what we mean about needing a ladder. Don't think we can get up there. But let's right now there's no parkour. To get to the top, I keep stop pushing R3. I want to run. That's why I want to run. But I could open that door, or let's just quickly check down there and see what's going on. I don't really. Do we have any objectives yet? Okay, so it's fairly do what you want at the minute. Healing required ahead. Visions of Rump. Right, it's pitch black, can't see a great deal. Right, there's nothing for us here, so we've got a choice. We can drop down, which may or may not kill us. Or we can go through a door. I'm going to drop down when this looks a bit more ominous, doesn't it? Let's have a look through here. Didn't expect a skeleton, by the way. Why is it always an underground tomb? Okay, so maybe there's something we can expect ahead. Site of Grace. So, resting at a site of grace restores hit points and FP. I don't know what FP is yet. And will cleanse any status ailments. It will also refill sacred flasks. However, most of the enemies you've defeated will be revived. You can find sites of grace by going where light converges. These explanations are acquired in the form of info items and can be accessed from the inventory at any time. Alright, so we can go read these again later on if we forget some stuff. I keep somehow doing fist bumps and hell yes, I don't know why. Alright, so we've discovered a lost grace. Oh, good news everybody, Elden Ring's installed. Right, let's life ahead. Can't help but read these because I'm paranoid that I might miss out. Alright, okay. Has he seen us? we do anything stealth? Oh, that's our first enemy kill. Oh, there's more here. Like some zombie things going on there. Can we get, before he kicks off, can we pick anything up from over here? Nope. I don't think we've got a block, but we can dodge. Okay, so these aren't going to cause us any trouble. Strong attacks. Could this be an item? Guarding. Use an armament in your left hand or both hands to guard against incoming attacks. Guarding is especially effective when done with a shield. Guarding consumes stamina. If your stamina runs out, your pace will be broken. L1 to guard. Oh, is it though? No, it's not. Okay, so we don't seem to have a guard. Probably because we're dual wielding. Let's just. You can avoid enemy attacks with a dodge. Yeah, okay, so you can tap it to backstep or push left and which direction. Could this be an item? Do we get anything for killing these things? Just XP by the looks of it. Okay. I'm intrigued with some of these bloodstains because be wary of sniper. Oh yeah, there he is. I think so, Sunbeam. Right, how do we get to him? In every corner of the lands between you will find fruits and flowers, mushrooms, butterflies and various other materials. These materials can be used for item crafting. Naturally. Right. Bit of an AI fail so far, but let's so that dude's given up on us. We don't have anything we can throw at him. This guy looks a bit tasty, doesn't he? He's got a big old lance. Each hand can be equipped with up to 3 armaments, allowing it to toggle. Armaments can be two-handed, making attacks more difficult to repel with shields and boosting effective strength by 50%. Right, okay, so we can go right-handed, we can switch left-handed, and we can do triangle, L1 and R1, or R1, which are wielded with 2 hands. Right, okay. What have we got? Oh, right, we've got a shield. Now we can block. Okay, we've got a little pathetic spindled shield, but let's see. You can't. Not seem to be able to lock onto enemies. Ooh, bitch, he's got a big old prong. Alright. I don't seem to be able to lock. Oh, there we go, lock, R3. Yeah, bitch. Alright. I can't loot. I'm so used to looting stuff on like Horizon and Dying Light that I keep checking everything, but I don't really need to. There's another sniper ahead, apparently. Okay, we've got a couple of chimps here. Enemies ahead. That's fairly slow. I'm not sure what these could be an item things are. People suggesting, I think they're just trying to lure you into reading every bloody message that's on their left. So. Oh, sniper dude. A little. We've got that just in time. Looks like quite a few bloodstains here, so I think a few people have bit the dust. Time for revenge, thankfully, because of the notes we spotted that, so it's quite useful that people are already, other gamers are already helping us, which is pretty neat. Armaments of special abilities called skills. Skills are highly varied in range from powerful attacks to temporary effects. Using skills consumes FP. Stamina points. I don't know what FP is. L2 skill. Right, okay, so we can use L2 to do a skill, which in our case is slap with pathetic spear. Shield. Actually, I don't think we've got a skill really. I don't think that's much of a skill. It's just another heavy attack. Hidden path ahead. Crouch to make it harder for enemies to discover you, especially effective in tall grass. Attacking an enemy that hasn't noticed you will cause more damage than usual. Oh, we've seen that before in other From Software games, so we'll sneak up on this bad boy. On those, we're not really noticing much difference anyway because they're fairly light. Enemies. Snake. Snake, that's possibly a nod to Metal Gear. I don't think there actually is a snake, but we will find out, I guess. Yeah, back turned enemy, critical hit armor. Right, it's sneaky. Like that. Like a takedown. Why is it always rump? Nice effect with the blood on the leaves. Just something through there which we can't get through yet. Okay, stance breaking. Some attacks may break an enemy stance, giving you a chance to perform critical hits. Charge attacks and jump attacks make it particularly easy to break an enemy's stance. But R2 to charge attack, which we've seen when mucking about. R2 while jumping is a jump attack. Let's go for a jumpy. Oh nice, so you can break the stance, which almost stuns them, and then do a takedown. Neat. Didn't expect a jump attack, it's like a dream. Yeah, that was a pretty dreamy bit of praise for that. I don't know what the point of praise is, I don't have to get any XP or anything for it. Right, we've got a stake of Marika. Upon dying, you'll be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. However, if there's a stake of Marika near where you died, you can choose to be revived there instead. Okay, do we need to discover it? Arms required ahead. As opposed to... Well, this looks ominous. Traverse the mist. Soldier of Godric. Here we fucking go. Right, that's it. Come on then, Godric. You can perform a counter attack immediately to block it. Let's get our shield on the go. Yeah, we can. Oh shit, we died. So that should take us back to that shrine thing that we just passed. So I think first things first with this, I think we can go to the stake because the last site of grace was miles back. Go to the stake of Marika. So I think with this we're going to have to really... I had read that you've really got to like bide your attacks and stuff and be really clever with your counters, so I think that's definitely the case. Right, upon dying, we'll be revived at the last site of grace. You will drop runes that you possessed at the site of death. If you die again before getting those, they're gone. Compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of lost runes. Right, okay, so this is very Dark Souls-y type stuff. I don't think we had any runes, and if we did, we're going right back to where we just died. Right, let's quickly grab them. Can we? Is there anything to grab? Yeah. Take that, Godric. Eat shit and die. Right. Enemy felled. Yeah, boy. Do we get anything for doing that? No. Just a little warm fuzzy feeling of satisfaction. Right, okay. He came from up there, which implies we need to go there. Alright, so that's the gap that we looked through before. If there's anything worth... Now, I don't know what type of game this is. It's not striking me as one where there's going to be like loads of loot to pick up and stuff like that, but plenty of messages to read. I think the loot's going to be quite obvious when we come across it. It looks like a few people died here. You can tell all the From Software, Demon Souls Z noobs, myself included. Right, let's crack on. Now that we've felled Godfrey, let's see what else is going on. Alright, cheeky. So this brings us up to where we were trying to get to before, where there was that message that said that we needed a ladder. We didn't need a ladder, we just needed a bit of patience and to go the scenic route. Strength +1 times 1. I don't know if that's a new attribute or a new stance or something. I'm guessing it's an attribute. Okay, let's jump down, see if we die. No. Okay, so that was our tutorial. So interestingly, we weren't actually told to go down there. We could have quite easily missed that tutorial by going straight through the door. So this is my worry with a game like this, we might miss things. So yeah, first things first, for those that haven't started this yet, and there's a couple of people watching that will be getting this later on. And when you come to this cave, don't go up there through the door. You arrive here. What you really want to do is work your way down there. So drop down, go through that cave, defeat Godfrey and a couple of enemies, do the weapons tutorials, and then you end up back here anyway. There's something up there which I don't think we're going to be able to get at all just yet. Let's just see if there's a message over here. Only I had a ladder. Yeah, I don't think we can get to that. We've gone the only way that I think we can go, which is down there. I don't think, yeah, right, we'll write that off. I think I'm assuming we can come back. We've got a marker on there. It's Cave of Knowledge, so we can probably come back to that later on if we've missed anything important. Right, let's crack on and go up through the door. Elite Ghost, is it good? Yeah, so far so good. I'm enjoying it. It seems fairly, the controls seem fairly straightforward. Met probably about a dozen enemies. Died twice already, although one I think was intentional. I think we had to die to get here. Godfrey was avoidable. Touch Grace. Lost Grace discovered. Can't traverse through that stuff. Oh shit. Examine. Use stone sword key. Yes. What does that do? Oh, we don't have one, so we'll never know. Okay, we get to come back to that one. We've got one. That might be one on the floor to the right there. Let's smash some stuff. Pillage the remains. Okay, use a tarnished furled finger to write a gold summon sign. Cooperative multiplayer will begin once you've been summoned by a player from another world. You will take the role of an ally, a furled finger, and your objective is to defeat the area boss. I think they could have come up with a better name for a co-op. I mean, I've got a few friends that play like Bungle's Finger, to be honest. Furled Finger's maybe quite apt. The compass at the top of the screen indicates the direction of the summoner. Post of fingers. Alright, so you get summoned, you get a compass at the top of the screen, and you've got to walk to that location to find your man. Okay, so we've got a finger severer and a tarnished furled fingers. So presumably, finger severer. Finger severer. How do we get to inventory? We don't. Ever. Oh, there we go. Equipment. What we got? Let's have a look. So with the equipment menu, you can equip armament, arrows, bolts, armor, talismans, and items. You can equip up to 3 armaments to your left and right. The actions that each armament performs will vary based on which hand is wielding it. Whatever. Right, what we've got? We've got a curved sword, a scimitar. And the scimitar, we've got a riveted wooden shield. Got some threads. Flask of Crimson Tears. We still don't know what that does. It restores hit points and restores P. What's FP? Stamina, is it maybe? Yeah. Who knows? I think that's pretty much all we've got. Interestingly, while I've got this menu up, you can see that I can still move my character. That's pretty useful. That probably suggests actually that during combat you're going to need to equip different things. You're going to have to be fairly light on the old thumbs to equip some stuff. So inventory, what have we got in here then? With the inventory we can browse items we're carrying, drop them on the ground or throw them away. Almost the same thing. You can also use tools from the inventory menu. Okay, yeah. Memory of Grace. Lose all ruins, return to the last site. Alright, okay, that just basically gets us out of there. creates a summon sign for corpse. That's the tarnished filled finger we know about. Finger severer sends another or oneself home. So presumably if we get somebody in on a co-op multiplayer that's not really helping out, or it's a bit of a pain or whatever, we can clear them out with that. Excellent. Tarnished wizened finger used to write messages to other worlds. Use. With the messages menu, you can write messages that players in other worlds can read at the spot where you left them. So we've seen loads of those already. We can change the message format to leave more complex messages and also attach gestures to messages. You can rate other players' messages. Whenever another player rates a message that you've written, your HP will be replenished. Right, so this explains then why so many people are leaving messages. So templates. I don't think there's much to. So how did we do that? So we have to pause it. Inventory, where I go find it. Is there a way to? We've got to choose a template. Fingers ahead. I'm guessing we've just left a message that says fingers ahead. Can we check our message? Yeah, fingers ahead. Right, okay. Spawn, well, might get some. We'll leave that as our first message. Let's see if we get any praise for it. If we do, it'll restore our hit points while we're playing, which is going to come in handy. So I can see now why people are leaving those messages. So messaging thing's not something I can really be bothered to do, but I appreciate the model. Hidden path ahead. No, I ain't getting through like that. Okay, maybe we need to come back, perhaps. Could this be a hidden path? Well, a lot of it looks like it could be. But alas, none of it is. Right. Nope. Read the message. Try the lever, then praise the message. I don't think I'm going to praise the message, pal, because where you put it, you're pissing on my chips a little bit. I can't really do anything with that now. Okay, I was not expecting this. I don't think we can do anything with that lever. So I'm glad we didn't praise that last message because it was completely misleading. Right. I don't know. Looks like somebody died there. Maybe there's something through here that's going to cause us death. Right, we're limb grave. This looks pretty. Up there could be where we started. So I think we could see that in the distance. Although I expect that's massive, and we can probably see that from pretty much anywhere anyway. Just getting started. I wish we'd stop doing that. We changed that. Let's have a look. Status, multiplayer. Alright, so we can set up passwords and stuff for multiplayer, that's pretty neat. Great, so we can see from the fingers menu past messages we've seen, messages we've left, and we can create. Okay. Okay, we've got a status page which gives us all our character stats. What I was looking for was a means of changing gestures. That's just our inventory. Okay, that's it. Let's keep let's roll on. So I'm gonna have to assume that everything is an enemy until we're told otherwise. Got a map? No, not really. Right, we're gonna have to do some exploring. Quite like for there to be a sprint feature. I don't think there is. Ooh, we've got some rabbits. Are these easy to kill us? We'll never know because we can't catch them. Some thin beast bones. Okay. I'll just take a quick look and just see if they're... I don't know if there's a means of sprinting. I don't think there is. Hey, bunny. Could do with a lot if we had a bow or something. We could take out some eagles, but. Oh, the fuck did we miss them? Oh, right, okay, maybe other people have found that they're not attackable. Have we gone round to the rear of the church that we were in? Is that? I know we've gone full circle, right, okay. Summoning pools. In each area you can find effigies of martyrs. These effigies are summoning pools. You'll find it easy to summon other players at these locations as caught in hostile summoning signs created with small effigies gather at summoning pools. Not sure what that means. Is that where we have to go to find people to help us? Is that where we have to go to summon people? You don't look like you're going to cause me any bother, but let's see what this message says. Are you ready? Reach out and touch grace. Right. Grace exists to guide the tarnished and lead them along the proper path. Even now, some sites of grace retain that power. Their golden rays will guide you along your way. So, it wants me to go into that church over there. Let's, the map. Use your map to check your position, as well as the terrain and surrounding structures. You can update your map with new information by finding fragments at stellars along the road. You can also use the map to freely place beacons of light to serve as landmarks as you explore, which I am told is a fairly new feature for From Software games.
Oh yes, tarnished are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the round table hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
How pleasant. We're going to die and amount to nothing. Right, so we know we need to get over to that stuff over there. There's a puddle of blood there. There's a few of these. I've got a feeling we're going to get into a ruck with that big old unit on there, on that steed. We've only got a little over half our health, but yeah, quite a few blood stains around here. Yep, okay, big lad's coming for some. How fast is he? Shit, quite quick. Oh, but yeah, gonna struggle there. Jesus Christ, right, first things first, we need to avoid him at all costs. I think we're just gonna skip past him for now. He's an absolute weapon. I don't think there's any blocking that massive axe, but we can but try. So I'm a sucker for punishment, so I'm going to try that again. Right, so I reckon if we're quick we can get over there, pick up the stuff that we lost. Oh, we might be concealed here. Yeah, we are. Right, okay. Fragment. There's no climbing feature at all. Let's just stick to the plan, I think. Let's just go to where the game intends us to go. See if we can get around this knight and his steed. I'm killing a goat. Let's try lamb chops. Oh, we don't get a lot of these, do we? Oh yeah, got away with one there, lamb chops. Just want to take that on. Not one for shying away from stuff, so I think maybe we'll just try and sneaky on him. I just pushed a button that I don't know what that just did. So what did that just do? I just healed myself. It. So square does that, right, okay. Let's stay hidden and see if we can get this guy on the low as he comes past. Or was a new one last time we tried, so fully expecting that to happen again. We'll not worry about him. I think we're going to have to just skate past him. We'll grab our stuff when we respawn and then we'll just make our way past him. So let's have a look. Back in Limgrave. I don't know what... Do we lose everything? Like literally everything when we... Inventory... No, we don't. We've still got the rune fragments that I thought we lost. And we've got loads of those. Right, okay, so we're not losing things we've picked up. so we can't get very close to it. Yeah, that's not for us. I don't think there's a way of checking the level, because he seems to be fairly meaty. So I think we'll skip him, definitely going to skip him. We'll run, grab our shit and get out of there. It's the key, so... First joining really early stages of the game. Died a few times. Generally speaking, I don't think it's not been hard. I think we're just encountering a couple of things that, well, this thing that I just don't think we're meant to be able to take on just yet. So we're going to skirt past him and head to that abbey, church, whatever it is, those ruins. Retrieve our lost ruins. I don't even think we had any rooms, to be honest. Waiting the thick stuff. Hopefully he's not going to see us when he turns round. Shit. Alright, might have got away with one there. I don't think he's clocked us. Yeah, he's a big old youth. I mean, he didn't look like someone we should be able to take on 20 minutes into a Souls game, does he? So let's leave him to it. Grab those materials while we're at it. Ah, stuff them. Alright, let's... Golden Rune. Church of Ella. Oh, LA. So these lost graces are essentially your checkpoints. And we can fast travel now. Sweet. Okay. Okay, so we can strengthen our armaments, and there's also blacksmiths. Okay, we've got a smithing stone. What can we strengthen? With the smithing menu, we can spend runes and smithing stones to strengthen your armaments. You can strengthen your armaments up to +3 at a smithing table. Somewhere in the round between, you may meet a blacksmith who can make them even stronger. I'm gonna guess that this probably isn't really worth doing, so we'll... Okay, we need more smithing stones, I'm guessing. Okay.
You're a tarnished.
Talk to Santa, see what he has to say.
I can see it, but I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Carly, purveyor of fine goods.
Ali. So we can spend runes to purchase things, sell stuff for rooms, and each merchant stocks different items basically. Cool. What have we got? We've got throwing daggers, telescope. That might be worth getting. We've got 600 runes. Telescope might allow us to see things into the distance. Sounds like a useful tool. Some cookbooks. Torch, I'm sure we don't need that yet, and if we did, I'm fairly certain we'll find one at the site. Doesn't seem to be a way of comparing what you've got equipped currently. Some armour, waypoint ruins. So this must be locations of where to find certain things. I think the telescope might prove quite useful, and it's probably a one-time only purchase thing as well, so I think we maybe get that. Or do we up the shield? What have we got? Wooden shield, which is 64 physical, and what is I don't know. What have we got that we can sell? Do we sell these? Is that the point of these? Oh no, they're used for crafting. That's a material, so the fragments are for crafting. And that looks like that the golden runes are for selling. Okay, so these runes are things that can be sold. Apparently we don't need to be a merchant to sell them, to convert them into runes either. We can, you can do it when you're out and about on the map. You push a button and it'll smash it against your character to reveal the runes. So that's good. What else have we got that we're not bothering with? My audio's a bit cackly. Not got much else, have we?
You know, if you can spare the runes, you should buy yourself a crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all.
Okay, so we've now bought a crafting kit.
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel.
It's good that you can get a recommendation, because I think there's going to be a lot of loot, a lot of things to pick up in this game, and you're not necessarily going to know what's important or what's relevant at the time. That recommendation's pretty good.
Who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer. I'm glad you took my warning to heart. You've made an excellent choice.
Alright kids, on that note, I'm going to call it a day on this stream just for now. We will come back to more Elden Ring shortly. But for now I'm just going to call it a day, because we've reached a point, I think, where it's peaceful and we can stop without dying. We're not in the thick of any action or discovery or anything, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab some lunch, and I will be back shortly this afternoon for part 2 of the Elden Ring stream.